Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ, and we are back on another episode of Let's Build a City, episode 80. And what about that for a view? Hey, where's my hand? Why can't I see my hand? What's going on? Why can't I see my hand? I can see it if I punch. I don't know. What about that for a view, though? Hey, with the skyscrapers. We're going to do another skyscraper today. There's my hand. Oh, it must be just a glitch when you're holding carpet there or something. Anyway, this episode is going to be a bit of a long haul for me, but not so much for you guys. I'm going to do it in a way where we're going to do the bottom levels, or the bottom couple of levels, and then we're going to replicate, like all skyscrapers really. Well, this one isn't really, but a lot of skyscrapers are sort of copied all the way up from the bottom, aren't they? So what we're going to do is we're going to do the bottom few levels and go from there. So let's first get a splash potion and work out how big we want the base of this to be. Now we want some dimensions, so we want to leave some room on the back side and all the other sides around. And let's go with something. Well, we should really count out, shouldn't we? We should really get a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, that'll be just right. That's going to just clip that. It's going to be right in line with the road, isn't it? We might be going a little bit too big. Shall we knock it down by 1 block or 2 blocks? If we knock it down by 2 blocks, that's 19. Yeah, let's go with 19 blocks. Which means we're going to have to then knock this one down by 2 blocks as well. Whoops! Oh dear. Like that. So it's going to be a 19 by 19 floor square. Which I think is going to be big enough. I don't think we really need much bigger than that. It's bigger than the sort of floor span of that little pillar there. So, yeah, we'll go with that. And what we're going to do is we're going to get some windows and the doors on this bottom level. So we're going to go with 2 high windows along the front here. Like so. And the bottom level is going to be quite basic. It's going to be a nice, easy, basic level. We're going to go with a 3 wide window on either side. And then a 1 wide. Oh, perfect. And then we'll have the door in the middle there. Like that. Maybe we'll leave it 3 high at first. I like the look of that. That looks quite cool, doesn't it? So that's the bottom level. And obviously it will be the same on every single side, apart from we'll probably leave the door out on the other side. And now we're going to come along here. I'm excited. I've got an idea in my head on what I want this to look like, but it's just going to take a little bit of work to get going. So the next one, we're going to come out 1 block, sort of diagonally out, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, 7 blocks. Let's go 7 blocks, so right up to the edge of that window, and then we're going to then come back. No, let's add another one. We'll go back to here. So we're going to come back here. And then we're going to go 1 wider on this side, on the back side again. Like this. We just got to get it started, guys. Trust me. Trust me. This will look good when it's finished. But it is going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of patience, like all skyscrapers do. And it's going to be very, very repetitive if you're building it yourself. Which is why I'm going to cut out a lot of this episode and just do it myself. And it'll probably take more than a day, because I don't think I'm going to be able to get this done in one session. Oh, hiccups. They're awful. Okay, so then we're going to come up on the back here, like this, and we're going to come up, how many blocks do we want to come up? Let's go up 3 blocks, yeah, that looks good. Splash me. So come along here, and then bring this back around again, like this, down here, and back again. And we'd need to replicate this on the other side as well, so obviously we would start again over here, and we went all the way to that block there, wasn't it? Oh, am I off? I am. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, I'm off. If we do that, I am just off 1 block out, wasn't I? Okay, that's okay. That's fixed it. And there. So obviously we then build another frame there, which gives us this gap in the middle. We're going to go with a dark grey, I think. 1 block in this time. And this is going to give us some real depth to the whole skyscraper. You know, in and out bits. And it's going to look really good once you've replicated it up a few times. I don't know how many levels I'm going to go. I want to get it quite high. I like the look of really tall looking skyscrapers. And then in the middle here, how do we want some windows in the middle? Do we want some... Oh, yeah. Just some thin windows like that. Right. Obviously on the inside here, this would be glass panes. Going around up to probably... Let's do it to there. So this will all be white, this whole wall will be white because it's not going to be seen. And then there's going to be glass all the way around that side. Now, let's just put the frame up for this one. I was thinking about cutting away, but it's only going to take a couple of seconds. So just going to put the frame up here. Like so. Down here. We'll fill it in a minute. We just want to get a bit of a skeleton, really, of the whole place. Like this. And on this side, though, we're going to do it backwards. So this side is going to be the blank face. Like this. And then this side is going to be glass. So it's sort of, it's symmetrical, but mirrored as well at the same time. So it's going to hopefully give a really cool effect. I just need to make sure that everything is right. That needs to be taken away. This needs to come back a few blocks. And then we have the grey one come in here. Up to the same level. Whoops. Along here. Up there. And then along here. Perfect. And then that's going to come up there. Wonderful. And then that's glass around that side. So, the next part, I think, is just to fill in the white bits. Should we do this together? I think we've got enough time to do this together. Otherwise, you guys will complain that I didn't even show you how to do the bottom floor. So we're going to fill all this in with white. Along here. It's going to be very glass intensive, I think, this place is in general. But that's what the nice thing about skyscrapers are, is that most of the time they do have a lot of windows and a lot of glass and everything. That didn't take long. It doesn't take long to fill in something this size. Come along here. We shouldn't have to worry too much about the middle yet, I don't think. Because that's going to be mostly grey wool up the centre. And it's up to you guys. You can either use ice if you want as the windows, like I used ice in that skyscraper, or you can use glass. Now, I preferably prefer to use glass because you can then light it up. If you use ice, it's very, very difficult to put any sort of lighting in it because you just melt the glass. So you need to be very, very careful of that. Okay, so we have the 2 wide window there. 3 wide, sorry. 3 wide window there, 3 wide window there. 1 wide, 1 wide. Oh, and on these sides, oh, look at that. Or, like that. Oh, I like that. That looks nice. That's what we'll have on all of these other sides. So we come along here. Like so. There. Oops. There. 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 And there. And do the same on this last side. And then we're going to have to work out some sort of car park. As well, or not car park, like a surrounding area around it. We have to fill in this bottom as well. And we're going to have to fill in those internal walls. Because there's so much glass. Like, on that building, I haven't put any internal walls in or floors. And I will do, because as you can see all the way through there. And I don't like the look of that. I like to have floors like how I've got on the one on the built skyscraper there. See how there's actual dividing floors? I want that in there. It'll make the skyscraper look a lot better. But it is just very, very time consuming. That's the only problem. So I'm going to come along here. Along here. We're about 2/3 completed. Each, if we call them every level, is going to consist of 3 floors. It's a little bit confusing to explain, but it's the idea that I've got in my head. If you stay with me, you'll know what I mean. So this is by far your guys' favourite series. Do remember that these episodes, in fact this episode is probably going to be an evening episode, but do remember that these episodes go out once every sort of day and a half. One episode goes out at the normal time of 9:30, and then the other episode goes out at... Oh, wait a minute. No, that's fine. And then the other episode goes out at 11:30 the next day, so it's actually an evening episode. So every other day, we have 2 episodes in one day. It's a little bit confusing, I know, but that way we can... Oh, wait a minute. Okay. we can actually get more episodes of this series out, which is your favourite series. You always want more episodes of this series, and I really enjoy doing this series. So yeah, be sure to check out the channel or your sub boxes every day, because sometimes I'm going to do 2 videos a day and sometimes it's only 1, so be sure to keep an eye out. Okay, so we sort of have a solid structure now of the 2 out of 3 levels. We've just got the glass to put in, but we can do that in a moment. Now the 3rd level, let's get some cobblestone walls, and we're going to go up on, well, we got to go back in a block, don't we, because of that. So we're going to go in a block. We're going to come up 3, I think. Pick up 3 there and do it in every single corner. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to put another frame, or at least a little bit of a frame. How do we want to do this? I'm a little bit... I know in my head how I want it to go, but it's just really hard to actually put it into practice, isn't it? You ever get that when you're drawing a picture? If you've got like something that you want to draw in your head, and it looks exactly right in your head, but then when you try and put it onto a piece of paper, it just never goes right. It never looks like how you wanted it to look, and it can be very frustrating. So we're going to come around here like this. Whoops. Down here and down here. Perfect. And now we've got this centre part again. I think if we make this centre part 1 wider for this bit, oh, let's leave a gap for if we're going to put any windows in. Let's go along here like that. And do we want standing up windows? Oh, that's going to look quite cool going up the middle, isn't it? Okay, so like that. And now if we get some iron bars, whoops, iron bars I want. We go around the edge here with some iron bars. So there's not going to be too much detail in this skyscraper, but put together, I'm hoping it's going to look really cool. We might end up putting some little window sills in on some of the window bits, but that's going to be about it. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to bother with too much detail, because if the more detail you go with skyscrapers, the harder it is to complete the whole build, because you could just take forever doing every single floor, and I don't want to waste too much time doing that. So there we go. Oops. So that's the 3 levels that's going to comply our whole skyscraper out of. If we just put this glass in to finish off. Down here. Just so you know how it's going to work. Go down here. Splash me. It is already quite tall. It would actually make quite a good house if you left it just like this. But yeah, I want this design to be a skyscraper, so we're going to go up a few levels. Go down here. And down there. Like so. So it's going to look like that. Do you see what I mean? And then we're going to replicate that all the way up. The next floor on top is going to be this bottom one. And then we're going to have this level, but it's going to be reversed. So, like there is going to be that one. And there is going to be that one. And then that on top again. So let me do a few levels and I'll come back to you. Okay, so the moment has arrived. 2 or 3 hours later. Did you guys trust me? Did you think it would turn out okay? Well, what do you think? Treeing away. What do you think? That's the pattern that we chose. Replicated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. And I think it looks really cool. Again, I really like... You know I was saying at last episode how it sort of looked like a different white? They've actually gone the same white now because of the carpets. But that looks like a grey, and that looks like a white. Can you see the difference there? But actually they're both... everything is snow. But because of the shadows, it actually gives it like a grey look to it, which I really like. That really does look cool. And the pattern that we chose as the top floor of our section actually works really well as a roof. I think it works well. That was the top level that we chose, yeah, of our 3. You go 1, 2, 3. And it actually tops it off really well. However, there is a little bit of blandness to the colour. I really like the sort of 2 greys. I really like the dark grey. But it's still just very black and white. It's night time, isn't it? Yes, sun's going down. So what we're going to do is, I've had blue things. You know, we've got blue over there, we've got black. I've done a few bits of red sort of stuff, but we haven't really done much green. And I personally think emerald blocks would look nice. We've done diamond blocks in this skyscraper here. Just subtle diamond blocks going down the side, and then subtle diamond blocks in a zigzaggy fashion down there. And I really like that skyscraper, even if it is a little tiny bit sort of a small base. But I really do like that. I really like the black on it. You know, how sort of oh, my phone text. It's sort of like, I don't know. I just really like it. It's just very modern looking, isn't it? Don't you think? But anyway, I really like this one too. This is a sort of apartment complex. I think it looks like a sort of high-rise apartment complex. Let's sleep with this night, and let's see if we can. I can't there. Let's see if we can somehow integrate some emerald blocks in to just make it look that little bit more elite. And I think the best place would be to be on this grey part here, on the dark grey bits. I really like the white bits, but if we put them straight onto here, I think it's too much of a contrast. Look, it's too different. Unless, oh, see, that's all we could do. That's all we could really do. And I don't like it. Do I? Do I like it? No, I don't think I do. I don't know. You guys might like it. You could do it if you like. I think we can work something better out here. It's just very subtle. See, the green looks darker, doesn't it, when it's up against this grey? Look at the colour difference. If I go there, that looks like a brighter green. And then there, it just looks a little bit darker. And I think that's what we want. Just something like that. Just on those bits. Just to sort of have it a little tiny bit different. Let's give it a go. Let's do it all the way up. If we like it, we'll keep it. If we don't, we can always take it away. There. And there. And then last one is there and there. We can always remove it. Oh, but do you see what I mean? It just adds that little bit of character to it. I like it. I like it. We need to do it on the back as well. I'll do it in a minute. See what else we can do on the front though. So yeah, I like that for the green. Now I'm also thinking, it would be nice if we had different coloured slabs. So we could put quartz slabs along the bottom of these. It's actually a little bit whiter, so it might work. Let's get a splash me potion as well. Like there. And along here. I like doing these sort of little window frames. They do add something. I like how much texture is to this house though. Everything is all in and out all the way down. You know, 2 blocks in, 1 block out, 2 blocks out. And it really does add to the whole build, definitely, 100%. Whoops. So let's put these in, see what we think of these. Again, we're just doing the front. We'll have to do them around all sides eventually. Oh no, I missed out an emerald section. Oh, just in the middle of this one, isn't it? We don't want to do it on the top of that one. Okay. What do you think of the windowsills? You know, I'm not convinced, you know. What do you guys think? Do you prefer the blank side like we've got there? Or let's do front and back. So that's what we've got there. And if I go around this side, that's what we've got there. I think I like it without them, you know. I think that was a mistake. Let's take them away again. Yeah, it doesn't sit right with me. Again, everyone has their own personal opinion. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes, and you guys might like it, and you can put it on your one. Maybe you guys can say if you've built this yourself. I know a lot of you actually like building my skyscrapers and going off tutorials. All these videos, they're not tutorials, but these videos to make your own. If you do make one, send it to me on Twitter or Facebook. My social details are in the description below, and I'd like to see what you've done with it. I'd like to see what colours you decided to go for and stuff like that. It would be quite cool to have it rainbow, wouldn't it? Red, orange, yellow, blue, green, pink, whatever. Do you know what I mean? That would be quite cool as well if you wanted it more colourful. But I really like the look of that. That does look nice. I don't think we can add really any more colour though. I think that is about what we can really do. I don't want to add any greenery up the side of the building. You know, I don't want to add any leaves or vines or anything like that. You could have a garden on the top if you wanted. That might look quite nice. Let's put some greenery at the bottom here, though. Oh, ooh, because the road has kind of come along this. This is sort of the edge. It is very close to the road, so we'll probably have these where they are currently as grass. We'll have this like this. Let's fill it in. Let's have a look. So come along here. Don't break the doors. Come along here. Whoops. There we go. There we go. And get some stairs as well. Splash me. We'll go along here. And yeah, that looks okay. But that's about all we can really do at the front, unless we went with some of this stuff. We have... I think that could look quite nice, actually. Oops. Oh, no. Fix it. Fix it. There. There, 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 and there. Red one. That one. Yellow one. Red one. Green one. Yellow one. Red one. That one. Ah, that looks pretty sweet, doesn't it? That looks pretty sweet. We'll keep that. And then maybe on this side, we'll just have some spots for cars to park. I think it is big enough to. If we get some white and some grey. We have them 6 blocks long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 3 blocks wide. Like so. I think that would just finish off nicely. Like there. And then fill this in with grey. We're going to have to drop the curb down as well. Get rid of the curb on this side, so the cars can get up. I'll come down here. I'm cheating by using carpet. It's really not the best way, as we've found out in the last few episodes. It can cause some big troubles if you're trying to build cars on top of them. But I might do cars at a later date here. It might be empty. It might be closing hours. Maybe they're only open on weekends or something. And time is frozen on a weekday. Yeah, I like that. I like that. And then if we drop the curb down. Okay, so I've dropped the curb down, and that does look pretty snazzy, doesn't it? Let's have a hedge on this back wall. Whoops. To close that. Or let's have the hedge. Splash me. So slow when you lose that potion, isn't it? If we do this here. I wonder if we can do it maybe in a cool style. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. Oh, that looks pretty cool, yeah. And then if we get some... what block do we want to use? This block? Maybe this block would look cool. Along here like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I like that. I like that. And then we could possibly get it down here as well. Like that. And then take these away. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Huh. Nearly there. Nearly there. How far do we want to go? Let's take that away. We'll come down here. Grab our stairs and our slabs. Put those back again. Whoops. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks better. Maybe it looks odd with that white bit there. Maybe we should take that away, though. But apart from that, guys, I think we have built another successful skyscraper. Another brilliant addition, I think, to our city. Very pleased with it. Oops, wrong one. Oh, I keep getting rid of the wrong blocks. There we go. We could keep it like that, or we could just make this hedge thicker. And I think that's what we should do. Do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, do. Yes. Yes, that's the one. We'll keep it there. Just got to extend the road out as well. But I'll do that in between this episode and next episode, hopefully. Alright, guys. We're going to leave it there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We shall see you in the next episode. Bye!